Hot Wire Foam Factory, and we have our artist here today, Craig, and he is going to show you how to get some amazing effects on the walls that we've coated with our foam coat product and our boost. And he's going to show you how to do this effect today. Craig?
We've developed a water-based stain that's non-toxic, non-flammable, extremely easy to use, easy to mix, and you just apply the material in a couple light coats, and I'm going to show you the technique in just a moment here. But it will give you effects that you can repeat. It's not like acid stain. Acid stain's not only difficult to use, rarely are you going to get the same color twice. You will always get the same effect every time you use the stain process, and that's the benefit.
Well, that sounds really great. I can't wait to see how you do it.
Looking forward to it. We're introducing a safe water-based stain for going over treated foam. You don't have to acid stain anymore. You don't need to have some kind of a staining process that's been difficult to mix, difficult to use, difficult byproducts you have to deal with. All you have is a 0 VOC, non-toxic stain base, and you can get these colors from virtually anywhere. This is a color that you use for tinting paint. That's it. You mix this with this. For our purposes, all you really need to do is pour a little bit of this in, give it a shot of this. Ratios are available so that you can get it to whatever consistency you want or color you want. The beauty about this is, unlike acid stains, you're going to be able to get the same tone every single time. So it's very easy to apply. You can see I've got just a regular handheld sprayer. You mix the components together, literally mix it this easily, and fire away. Now what you don't want to do is do everything. You don't want to cover it 100% because usually if you're doing something, for instance, this is a stone-like surface, you want to make sure that you have enough room to add other colors. In this case, I'm starting out with brown. Now I'm going to add a little black. That's going to give it some antiquing effect. And you can see how easy this is to do. If you like the way it looks now, you're going to be very unhappy with it when it dries because it's always going to dry more subtle than you see now. But this starts to give you an idea. Now it's not done. I'm going to do one more treatment over the top of this. This is just to start to get the base color for it, and then we're going to hit it again. And obviously if you're going to do different colors, you want to go ahead and use something to partition this off so you protect the other stones. But you're starting to get the idea of what you can do with it. Let's say you want to go with just one color. You can do that too. We're going to take the yellow that we've mixed, and I'm just going to start with that. As soon as I can get this to work, there we go. Again, you never want just one color, and if you start stripping down, that's okay. It gives a realism to the look after it dries. It actually works to your benefit. But if you ever decide to pick up the color and want to distribute it for any reason, just have a roller handy and then just knock it down. It's very easy to do. Everything I'm showing you here is simple. Anybody can do this. Mix, use, anyone can do it. You do not have to be a professional, obviously. I like to mix the colors together. Get the effect you're going for. Again, roll into it if that's what you want to do. And you can see how rolling gives it a really beautiful, realistic effect immediately. It's that simple. Now, brown is always going to be your friend because brown is going to always warm the color. It always brings you back to kind of a natural stone look. Black will always antique. This is really good for when you want to start getting the older look. And you don't have to use a lot of it. And again, that's the first coat. This is not the finished product, but you're starting to get the idea of what you're able to do. The overspray in this case works for you because every stone's going to have its own natural characteristic, so you can mix and match the colors as you go. Now, I hit this with only 2 colors and never touched it. Now let's just say I wanted to touch it with a little yellow into it so it catches up with its friend down here. That's it. It's that simple. We did the first coat. As I told you, we just did a really quick overview of it so that we could get started. That was just to get started. This is not, again, a finished product. As you can see, the edges aren't done, the corners aren't done. We're going to finish that out right now. So what you want to do is have some kind of a shield. Shield's going to help you protect the areas around it and help you keep the edges clean on your work. So what we'll do is, I'm going to start with the brown here because this one has more brown in it. Just put this up here like so. That's all you need. To hit the edge over here, do this. As you can see, I just used black. And then I'll finish this corner off with a little yellow. Now on this coat, you want to make sure that you get pretty much the coverage you're looking for, because if you do a third, it's going to be just for tuning or touching up. Again, your friend is a roller because you get to blend the color. Now you can just hit it easy like this if you want to. You don't have to massage it. Just one stroke like that. As you can see, you have what appears to be a real rock. There's really no other way you can do this. There's no other stain technique that's available that lets you get this kind of look and effect. Again, we're going to finish this one. Now we've got a lot of yellow in this one, so I'm going to, what I call, warm it up. I'm going to use the brown and hit the edges with that. Underneath it. Use a little black here to make it look older. And now you can see the colors have started to really catch up to this one. You've still got the yellow in there that gives it the unique look, but it's starting to look a lot like its friend up here. Now if you miss an area, which I did, I missed this area here. Simple, just choose the color you want that you would like to highlight, further highlight with. And that's it, just hit it. It's super simple, you just can't mess it up. Again, you can see the bottom's not quite done. So I'm going to hit it with the black. And it gives it kind of a really cool antique and frame to it. So it makes it start looking really old. And again, it's that simple. That's all there is to it. You don't need to be a professional. Have a couple, 3 colors, and you can get virtually any look you want. It's been about 15 minutes, and you can already see that the color is beginning to soften in the center here, and softening a little bit here. That's normal. When it's first done, the colors are really kind of robust. They're strong. When you see the finished product, you are going to swear this is a real rock. It looks identical to real stone. We're going to show yet one more color. We're going to go ahead and take this tabletop, and we're going to pull this off, which is really a cool design. And this is going to be so you can see the green stain. You've seen the black, the brown, and the yellow, but you haven't seen the green yet. So we're going to do the same techniques that we used here. Everything is going to be random. The green is really almost a copper patina green. It's beautiful. Especially when you mix it with the brown. When you do the edges, same technique. You're never trying to blast it 100%. It's always get most of it. 60, maybe 70% of it. Because on this particular application, we're trying to get more green into it than any other color. So that's why we're hitting it the hardest with that. I got a little bit of puddling here. That's not a problem. If you leave it alone, it's just going to dry to a deeper tone, and that's it. If you want to have it soften up, you can hit it with a roller. And again, it just marries the colors together beautifully. You want to get rid of a drip like that, you just hit it. Again, this is not the finished product. This is the first coat. But it starts to give you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. You can make this any color. You can make this in red. You can make this in purple, blue, any color you want. And you have total control over the colors. This is almost dry, but not quite perfectly dry. When you're doing the stain, I always suggest you wait for it to dry completely before starting the next coat. But if you do it over wet, it won't take quite as much, but you're still going to get a beautiful effect. So I'm going to show you what happens when you're almost there, but not quite. You can see already that the color is going to be more pronounced on this one than it was on the last. Quite beautiful, isn't it? It's an absolutely amazing color. Now, we haven't hit this with any black yet, so if you want to go for an antiquing look, we can still do that. You can do it now, or you can do it after the material has had a chance to set for a while. But right now I'm just going to, for demonstration purposes, show you what that'll do. Now you can leave it running like that, and that's going to give you a beautiful old antique look. It's gorgeous. Or you can blend it, soft blend it, and get it to move in. And we're going to let that sit naturally and let it dry, and we'll show you the finished product when it's done. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the product. I've been doing this for a long time. I get it on my hands all the time. It is no big deal, and you can wash it off with just soap and water. Because it's a stain, it doesn't come right off, but it comes off.